Mga kabarangay, narito kami ngayon sa Barangay Mutag at binisita po natin ang taniman ni John Russell, a farmer, a servant of the Lord. Mga kabarangay, narito po kami sa kanyang area upang alamin ang mga palayan at gulayan sa isang kanong hardinero, John Russell. John, dalhin mo sa...
Sige, let's go. Yun, like I was saying, na medyo makakuan tayo, trying.
Medyo madulas
Opo. Yun pa, sige, ulan.
Oo.
And
paano ka nag-umpisa ng tanim ng palay?
When nagbalik ako dito ng last year,
Oo.
dito man din ako nagkasal.
Oo.
Yung tatay po nakon sa wife's side. Nag-usoy-usoy kami ng place na din balang good idea makabulig, because the first thing na ka-realize po nakon na gastos talaga yung bakal ng
gulay,
bakal ng tan, yung sako ng
commodities.
So trying to think smart, and of course may interest ako po sa agriculture na since a child pa ako, I'm not really afraid of this kind of gardening. Yung mga first memories ko as a child, nasa States, nag-garden po tayo with my dad. So yun man din ang gusto ko, because yung first the main reason na dito ako sa Pilipinas is to share the gospel, yung pagkahayag ng mensahe ni Kristo. Pero in the reality, kailangan po lahat magkain. Kailangan po lahat
spiritual food and physical food.
Yun. So this is a way na pwede man, and I think it's good and healthy for us to work with our hands. And so this is a place na pwede akong work with my hands, and sana with a little bit of thought and a little bit of research na magiging profitable ito, farming, to provide my food, and also save na konting-konti lang para lang tulong sa
pangangailangan.
And looking to see yung mga future things na what, like you see, for example, yung sa baba namin, this is transplanted rice, hand transplanted. Yun gid talaga, every single one. Tanom po siya. And this is this whole section takes about 3 days.
3 days to plant.
The one person, 3-man manual labor days. And yung broadcast po is a lot less labor intensive.
Why?
Because you
direct plant.
You just direct plant,
direct,
and a lot comes up. And there are some good aspects of that. Of course, you have the level at which yung labor, yung important yung labor gid. And also there is some drawbacks, because the drawbacks being you spend a lot of money on seed, because the germination is poorer on this broadcast. But again, the labor, so for the normal or for the average farmer, it's cheaper and makes more sense to do this. And there's many studies that say that this is more effective. But we need to get to a place where this is more cost effective, if it's true, which is a question to mga farmers. If this is more, if this transplant model is more abundant, the harvest, then we should go to this. But the problem is the labor is so much higher. And so just thinking future, if it is indeed profitable, we could pay with some savings, thinking smart, and purchase a transplanter, which would cut the labor of this into merely hours instead of days.
Meaning you're studying the direct planting and the hand planting.
Opo. Studying, trying to understand. Like I said, if we were to transplant this, the whole entire section transplant, it would be much more expensive at this moment due to the fact that we don't have modern. So it's to talk about modern modern equipment.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I've seen and I've looked around is that the Malinoan farmer has no capital, has no ability. It's a struggle to get to the simple things: the price of seed,
Yes.
the price of fertilizer, which is, we know, since the pandemic has gone up and up. So these are the issues that we face, and I have a little bit of an ability to face the issues better because I have an outside income, not just my farm income.
Yeah.
And so just thinking about those things, and forward thinking. But that's
Before we continue the story, what's
Yes, sir.
this? Ano ito?
this is my brother-in-law trap for small birds. If they run through it, they'll get caught on the neck.
A trap for a bird or a chicken?
I believe a bird.
A bird, yes.
Yeah,
of
the
course.
small.
Yeah. How many section your rice field?
We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 is our section here, which is about 4,500 square meters
I
of
see.
rice.
Apat na kahon.
Opo, apat na kakahon.
Bukod sa palay, ano pang mga tanim mo?
Up here, we have a small garden that where this is the section of the property that is higher. So
Yes.
of course it's important for kung naba yung ato na area, pag oras na tag-ulan, planting season for rice, it's a challenge to see. It's a real challenge to plant garden dahil mababaha po.
Baha.
And
Flooding.
flood gid po siya. So here, the section of for years and years and years, when they farmed this property before I took over, it was this is where they put doon sila na nabutang yung mga ohot.
Oo.
Yung pagtapos yung threshing operation, dito sila butang yun.
After harvest.
Opo. So composting all that for years and years and years. So
Yeah.
now we have to take we have a good start in the soil, but still working in the soil to see ways of taking care of it. So our normal gulay that we're farming in this section is talong, and ampalaya, and okra. Yun ang main three. Ampalaya is very good dito sa location po namin. You will see kung nakakita mo sa video ng nagatanaw,
We will.
problema po tayo sa mga pest, no? Mga large pest.
Insectus.
Opo, may
Your moringa or malunga is
Opo.
good.
Opo, yes.
Ha?
Yun ang
Even the okra, oh.
Opo, yun man din ang amin na okra. Just to give you an encouragement, no, sa mga katanom.
Will continue,
Pasok po, sir.
Yeah. After your rice field, in our right hand,
Yep.
and our left hand is your vegetable.
Opo, may vegetables.
Vegetable
So come on in, sir.
Yeah.
Dito po yung aton na stock house, farmhouse.
Yeah.
And it's and this is our garden area where we have these yung ginatawag nila na bahay kubo, yung mga tanom, no?
Mga kabarangay, narito kami muli sa bahay kubo, no? Doon kami kanina galing sa palayan ni John. Ngayon naman ay narito tayo sa kanyang gulayan, no? May ampalaya, okra, and then talong at iba pa. John, how you started the vegetable plant instead of palay?
Well, when we got this property, pag na sa oras na kami naging tawa ng Ginoo property na to na in the lease, natingnan ko yung what were the things that you could do here, kung ano ang naman namin mag-obrahon dito, at nakita ko this is a higher place, and it's not really suitable for rice.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, I thought, me and my wife thought together that this would be a good section to do into vegetable garden, because like I mentioned, the fact that there's always dami mga compost from the ohot. Kada ani nila. And so nag-umpisa pa lang tayo na clearing. This was a grass section na kailangan po mag-clear. At yun pa rin yung problema po namin is every time you clean up, na bumalik pa rin yung grasses. So it's a consistent weeding. But we started planting the things that we need, no? Ang mga tanom na kailangan namin makakain, we eat okra. It's many different ways of eating for okra. We eat ampalaya. At my market value man din yung ampalaya. So that's economically efficient and also efficient for our stomachs, no?
Yes.
At yun ang mga bagay. These are the things that grow well in our situation. Sa astig na paraan na this is the place na nabutang nila yung ohot nanda for how many years. So may compost kid na kung tingnan mo yung lugta, it's
Very fertile.
very dark and very fertile soil, which is somewhat unique dito sa Malay. Yung iba na medyo rocky at saka clayey, pero atong nalugta dito is very dark and good for planting. So we started this project August of 2023.
After pandemic.
After pandemic, yeah. As I came back this year, or last year rather, and wanted a place to work with my hands and go back to my one of my loves as a child, which was planting and getting sweaty. Na kung kita mo ako na pirmi ako na hulas, jogging, and so it's good for that. Nakikita man din namin yung mga bunga po namin.
Actually, you are a runner.
Opo, tang una, hindi siguro ako pwede makambal na asta na yon dahil ganit medyo na-busy ako or nabutang ako ng excuse. But as a child or as a teenager rather, na-training ako pirmi. And this is a place na parang good for multiple things. Good for my food na kailangan po lahat ng makakain. At dito man din maka-exercise po tayo in terms of our physical bodies na every time or most of the time naka-uli ka sa bahay, galing ka ng garden, galing ka ng palayan, nakakapoy ka. And it's good to be physically healthy. Tsaka may pagkain man din na most of my gulay na nakita mo is has only received a little bit of fertilizer, little bit of fertilizer, and mostly just water and good soil. So it's good, fresh, healthy foods.
Yes.
And
Meaning you are vegetarian.
hindi po ako ng vegetarian. Nakapakain man din ako ng baboy, pero too small yung aton ng mga lugar. But matamis man din yung aton na healthy, na mostly real, completely real gulay dito sa garden.
Then you have a bahay kubo.
Opo, so yun ang aton na bahay kubo dahil na with our harvest crop, with our rice crop, kailangan man din po tayo ng storage area. Dahil ganit na, as we think about economics of rice farming in the Philippines, which is my parang for just a background, in the States, bago ako nagbalik dito sa Pilipinas, run ako ng lawn care business. So, thinking business, I think that the more economic way for those with capital, yun ang problema po, yung capital po, for farming in Malay, or at least that's my point of view, that the need of the farmer is capital, to make more capital. But the issue is, for example, when we harvest this rice in the end of October, is our time of harvest this year. At the end of October, there will be men that will come down and want to buy my rice. Ang aton na palay, yung palay po namin na wa pa galing, wa pa nag-dry at wa pa naggaling for a very low price dahil ganit na it hasn't been dried, it hasn't been milled yet. But the farmer normally by harvest time they need the money. They need the money to buy to revamp their expenses po nila. But the truth is, the farmer typically, and this is average, not exact, but the farmer typically will sell his palay for 25 or to 25 pesos a kilo. And there is additional labor for drying, and there is payment for milling. But then when you dry and mill it, the crop is now worth somewhere to 40 to 60 pesos a kilo. So the farmer, because most of the time has no ability to dry and no ability to pay for the milling services, sells it there. But by the grace of God, nabigyan po ng Diyos sa ako ng capital, a little bit of leeway bala sa English would be the term. Mga space po ako na I'm a little bit more comfortable, so I can wait. And if I wait, then my crop goes from something like 40,000 pesos a hectare sa palay to mga 120,000 pesos sa hectare. So you see the difference is large, and those are the things. This is the reason why this the storage area is so important for me, because we need a place to store it while we're drying it, and it helps that dito sa aton na area may lugar makapahinga. Kung buksan mo po ito, we have another door on the other side, mapalampas po yung hangin, fresh air, for lunchtime or for merienda time, and also of course may dapog pagkatami para makakape, no?
Coffee time.
And if I was more prepared na dapat kami nakakape na yun, but I'm not prepared, so sorry. So those are the things that trying to do, thinking forward, because dahil ganit po na we have a little bit of capital. I think that the Filipino farmer or the farmer in Malay would be helped if they had a little bit of capital. But lahat yung capital dito sa Malay is either very small or very dami yung interest. Mga 25% yung interest, makaiba ng mga kailangan po nila. So those are the things, those are the struggles that I think many people have dahil ganit wasan it capital for farming.
The LGU Malay has a program concerning food system innovation program. So they're helping farmers their land. If you have a land 1,000 square meter, like that, 500 to 1,000 square meter, they're willing to help. I think your area is more than 1,000 or more than 500 square meter.
Opo, bigger than that, yes. So, yeah, and I would say, the help, if you pag nakabuo lang mapabulig galing sa LGU, whether that be sa DA, yung mga free seeds, it helps. That cuts yung libre ng binhi pati sa palay, no? Kung kung kakaya yung mga tao because at yung free na abono there's more margin and those definitely help for those farmers.
You have a source of water.
Yeah, so this is our
This is your source of water.
that's simple lang.
Summertime, dried by ito
Po sa
may tubig pa din.
nang last year kami kita na bad El Nino season, no?
Yes.
So this was our struggle na kung paano kita makabunyo yung aton ng mga tanom in this season.
Clear water.
Opo, so it's clear water. Simple lang yung way of doing it. Is all I did was dig a hole sa El Nino season hasta mag-abot kita sa ulan, abot kita sa tubig pala. And then also now, as you can see, it's very high because the water level is very high. So walang kami problema sa tubig sa future as we think again. If we talk about this farm, we're trying to do it. The farm, yung business mind ko nagsasabi na your farm or your project, your business should support itself. So kung mag-grow, hindi lang kita bigla makapakal yung mga gamit. Kung wa kami makita sa negosyo, so the business should support itself. So kung pag oras na like just for example yung ampalaya row na ito, this is already very old. It's ready for replacing. But when it harvests, we got probably 20 kilos, 25 kilos of ampalaya off that one row there to the end. And that's sold for, that's 2.5, no? Not 2.5 sa 100 ang kilo. And so that could, no, gingamit po namin sa iba na project, but that could have bought the pump or the parang simple lang na bomba. But for the future, in terms of water sa ato na location, dito sa ato na tawag na farm na Thunderstone Farm, na this is it would be to get a water a well at ma-develop po tayo from this very simple to a water pump that would be more developed hasta gani makapadayon sa pag kita sa tanom better than just to throw money kumbala.
So your okra is very nice.
Po.
Even your ampalaya.
Yeah. So ampalaya actually isa ka bagay na pwede natin siguro iistoryahan parte sa ato ng mga tanom is dito sa ampalaya nito. This is from this farm. Yung ito na crop. Of course, when we have ampalaya, we have ones that turn yellow that go to the fruiting stage. And so what we did was we harvested that, and at nakita po tayo ng yung ilan na normal or ng simple lang na pagkuha ng mga seeds para makagamit na naman yung itong line pagpatuloy. At yung kita mo yung aton na hugod na father ko-in-law na nag-obra ito na para makakamang yung aton na ampalaya and this okra. I'm thinking in terms of there's fresh, let me see, dapat nakadala ko sandoko. Fresh fresh okra nasa, pero we should talk about mga piste po namin. Kung nakita mo, this is the work of the hardworking ants na nagkain nila yung akon na mga bunga. So where there is success, may problema din, no? But that's life, no?
Yeah.
And yung kung nakita na natin, this is aton na gulay, like I was saying earlier, is very fresh. And yung mga iba, kinakain po nila. It's good for eating, no? fresh. It's not crisp. I mean, it's not old. It's and it's good for eating. You can eat it like this. Dahil gani, wala kami peste. Wala kami mga sprays.
Yeah.
Of course,
Organic.
yeah, it's organic at this point, and actually kayang hapon siguro gamit po ng spray because we need to fight this bugs.
Can you give a message and to encourage some our friends or the community
No po.
to plant more? No?
Gani no sa
Plant vegetable, not only rice, but to plant more vegetable because the island of Boracay is very needful of vegetable. Yung Boracay
Oo po.
dapat masupplyan natin. So ikaw bilang American boy, you have a good example to our Filipino community that you are planting rice and vegetable.
yeah, so kung isabi naton, we have an almost unlimited market. We get what is it, sir? Mga sobrang 1 million yung ato ng bisita doon sa Boracay sa Asia Kadagon.
Yes, more than 1 million. Our target is I think 2.1 or 2.3. More than 1 million na ngayon, a month of August.
See, so that's 2 million individuals, tourists that want to spend their money here.
Yes.
They want to eat here. You know,
Yes.
first of all, everybody has to, when they come for 3 days, that's 9 meals, and they need food. And the rest of the country is sending their food. You know, yung taga Cebu, yung iba na Bagyo, no? Luzon. But we can create a crop on. This is only, kung tingnan mo yung kalibot ko, it's only mga 500 square meters yung ato na garden area. And there is kilos of product na pwede pa tayo makabenta sa ato na Boracay or whomever really at a good price. There will always be need na kailangan lahat yung tao hasta maabot sa panahon forever. There will be a need for healthy, good foods for us to eat, and why not us?
Yes.
Nandito po tayo sa Malay. Pwede po tayo deliver sa Boracay na for cheaper rate than those other people, and we can give them a product na parang local. There is a big market in our world for local foods. Like I said, this is fresh foods, fresh snacks, fresh ampalaya kung maani pa tayo ng ampalaya in the coming days that will be eaten, and it's healthy for them, and the people, the tourists, gusto nila din yung mga healthy foods, and it does not take yung iba nakakita yung haba gid na lugar na pagkatanim, pero pwede man din po tayo makatanom sa 500 na square meters ato ng mga front yards for two major things, you know, na ipirmi natin istorya Boracay market, but also the fact that for ourselves, no, for feeding our own selves, para makatipid po tayo sa mga gulay sa palengke, and again it's good and healthy work, and pwede man din nakasabay sa trabaho. So just so you know, this is work na ako ng obra on. This is not my full-time job. I have a work in ministry na sa Kubay at saka sa radyo ninyo po na ako ang host ng
What is the title of your radio program?
It's the day-by-day radio broadcast nasa Martes ng Las 3. Pero ako na example yung ako ng mga garden, and because this is where I am, it's not like na parang kita ko sa libro. This is the things na naging ginapatutok, because this is God's creation, and this helps I think being in the ground, being dirty, being sweaty helps your health, your first of all your spirit, your physical health sa pagkain, sa labor, at saka yung spiritual health nimo din na nakaintindihan na God gave us this area and he gives us this opportunities to farm.
Meaning
So,
you have a dual ministry, physical food, raw gardening, and then preaching the word of God,
Oh,
spiritual food, teaching in the student there in what school,
and that's GCBI, the Great Commission Bible Institute.
and then you are preaching in the radio.
Doon to kami man din sa radio. At we enjoy having those listeners. Your guys' work is important, and nawilay man din kamo maka lagaw-lagaw sa aton na dito sa Barangay Mutag, and it's fun to do it.
Mga kabarangay, si John Russell, a farmer, a servant of God, give us an information concerning vegetables and rice in his backyard. So mga kabarangay, patuloy po tayong ma-encourage na tumanim din. Katulad sa kanya bilang puti, American boy, hindi siya nagdadalawang isip na maano pa yung kamay niya din na mag-ano na bungkal-bungkal para magtanim. Kaya mga kabarangay, sa ating programang Agrikultura, Sagot sa Sikmura, kasama si John Russell.